Good morning. It is a beautiful day here in North Carolina. And today I'm going to try something a little bit different. I'm going to try and photograph some fall colors, but I'm going to put my own little twist on it. I think three of the least inspiring photos out there is sunrise, sunset, and some landscape with fall colors. So today I'm going to try and photograph fall colors, but a much more intimate view. Try to get a little bit more artsy-fartsy. See what I can do to find something a little bit more creative. These photos may not be as good as I hope they are, but come along and enjoy this adventure. Well, I should probably clarify myself a little bit. When I say uninspiring photos, what I mean by that is sunrises, sunset, and the Blue Ridge Parkway are all photos that I have seen 100 times. As a matter of fact, if you drive on the Blue Ridge Parkway, you will see probably 24 photos on the parkway by the Park Service of fall colors. They're incredible. They're incredibly beautiful. They can be inspiring and very powerful images to take. The problem that you run into is that we've all seen these photos before. They become meaningless, even though they're incredibly beautiful and you printed them on beautiful paper and you framed them really nice. People look at them and go, oh my God, it's beautiful. The problem is that if you live here in North Carolina, you put that on a wall and try and sell it, the people that are looking at it go, look at it, I got that exact same photo on my phone. It's not inspiring, even though your photo may be incredibly well done. It's been seen before, it's been done before. So today I'm going to try something a little bit different. I'm going to get a little bit more intimate with my photography. And today I'm taking a photo of, right now I'm taking a photo of this goldenrod. Goldenrod's a member of the ragweed family. As a ragweed, it dies off in the wintertime in its seed. So these yellow flowers are going to turn, what I say, go in the pot or go in the seed. And they're in the process of doing that right now. So the ragweed has this beautiful red stem and these beautiful yellow flowers. And I'm getting really intimate with these plants. I am shooting at f4, so I get a really shallow field of focus. I am hopefully going to have the rest of this ragweed out of plant. I got one stem that's in focus. I'm shooting at f4. I'm shooting at ISO 100, 2-second timer. And if this photo is any good, here it is. I think I'm in one of my classic examples of photos that just don't do anything. I don't want to say lazy photos because they're not lazy photos. They're just hard photos to take. So I got this beautiful scene here. I got a path running through the woods here. I got these beautiful yellow leaves. I got these brown plants on the ground. I got some ground clutter. It really looks beautiful, and as I stand here I feel like a really nice, beautiful image could come out of this. The problem is that once I set up my camera and try to take an image of this thing, it just doesn't work. There's nothing for the viewer to focus in on. It becomes just overwhelms the viewer with too much information, and there's nothing to draw them into the picture. I am not going to take this picture, but I mean, I think this is one of the classic examples of why I think a lot of landscape photography, or you see these beautiful vistas, and when you go home to take these pictures, you're like, why didn't that work? Why doesn't that work? How come it just looks blah? And I think one of the reasons why a lot of landscape photography looks like that, or beach photography or anything like that, is that there's nothing for the viewer to focus in. There's nothing for the viewer to cling on to grab onto. Because even though we see a beautiful photo, we want to grab onto something and see it. So I'm going to go look for something else here. Okay, this is one of those photos that if you opened up any how-to landscape photography photos, this would be the photo that you would see in there somewhere. It would say go out into the woods, find a trail going through the park, go there when there's fall and take pictures of the fall forest. And this is kind of traditional. I am kind of changing it up a little bit. I don't want any of this sky here. So sunrise has just occurred in a few minutes ago. So I'm really just trying to get the floor of the forest and this path going through. As you can see here, I have a tree leaning across the forest here. I have a trail going right through here. I'm going to try and center it so that the trail goes from the left hand side up to the right. It's really kind of like if you opened up a landscape photography book on how to do it, this would be in there. I am shooting at f14, so I'm getting a very deep field of focus. I'm shooting at ISO 100, and that's giving me a shutter speed of 16 seconds. So I'm using a 2-second delay. If this photo is any good, here it is. This is one photo I've been inspired by many wildlife photographers. I also watch a lot of YouTube, Thomas Heaton, Gavin Hardcastle, Quiet Light. These are the 3 channels that I watch a lot. They inspired me to get out there, push myself as a wildlife photographer. That's what I'm hoping this channel does for other wildlife photographers. I have found that to push myself a little bit further, I have been looking at a lot of professional wildlife photographer portfolios, something that they do, and I find that a lot of wildlife photographers are generalists. You don't see a professional wildlife photographer that only photographs birds, or only photographs bison, or only photographs wild horses. I mean, they are out there, and there are people that are successful at doing that, but I think to be beyond the pale, somebody that's just not a really good photographer but a great photographer, is that you have to really push yourself outside the image. So this is one image that I really feel like it's pushing me, in the sense that I actually came down here looking for this image here. So I got a leaf sitting on a muddy bank here. Where I'm standing right now, this is a beaver slide, so the beavers come in and out here to get food. This leaf is sitting on the mud. My tripod is actually sitting in the mud here. I'm shooting at ISO of 100 f7. That's giving me a shutter speed about 1/5 of a second. I am shooting with a 2-second timer. I probably should be using a remote instead of the timer, but we'll see what happens here. And I've been inspired by other photographers for this image here. This is not an image I thought of myself. This is actually an image I came out here to take. So with any luck, this photo will be pretty good. So if this photo is any good, here it is. Hey, this is one of those examples where, as I was walking up from the other picture, I just glanced over and saw this, and I have basically just the trunks of the trees and some leaves coming down. The light is coming through the leaves, and I'm trying to time my light. So there are some clouds that come between, obviously me and the sun, and it's kind of dulling the light. So what I want to do is have the light a little bit harsher, a little bit sharper, to bring those yellows out. And I also bring some shadows through the forest. So I want some light to come through the forest showing the shadows. Again, this is another artsy-fartsy image. I'm just feeling just trying to feel this thing here. It's something that's calling to me, and I don't know how well it's going to work. I'm shooting at f14. I'm shooting at ISO 100, and that's giving me a shutter speed of about 1.5 seconds. If the image is any good, here it is. Well, I would love to hear what you do to challenge yourself as a photographer. I would love to see some of your photos. Do you believe I'm being fair about sunrises and sunsets and landscape photography? Please leave your photos below. I would love to see them. If you see somebody else's photo, please be positive about your comments. I want to thank you for watching. If you got anything out of this, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe to this channel because that really helps us in the YouTube world. Become a Patreon supporter. Your support allows us to keep doing this. My name is Leahy. I want to thank you for watching.